speaking about this same issue last week, but I wanted to do it again because it is extremely important. And last week I made a video called CBD versus CBDC to try to call attention. And today I'm just talking about CBDC. And the reason is I'm very concerned about this issue of central bank digital coins. You can see in my background that I present money in prison. And since 2005, when I learned about the concept of the infinite banking, I started learning about money, how money works, who is the master of it. And I have learned a lot. And so I'm concerned with what happens with money, because money is the means of exchange for us to be able to live an enjoyable life. Without money, it's a little more difficult because we have to use other different ways to exchange that might be more cumbersome. With money, it's extremely easy to exchange. But money has a master, and the master of money is the central bank on each individual country. So the central banks are the master of money, and they have tried to eliminate cash. At least in the United States, it's a very aggressive move to eliminate cash by criminalizing it and by making it look like nobody wants to use it, because they paint it as filthy, as ugly, as unhealthy, and as criminal to go around with a substantial amount of cash. They say nobody needs to be doing that. That's why they can use checks or they can use credit cards. But with checks and credit cards, every transaction is monitored. So cash allows us to do transactions without the banks knowing what we're doing. Why do we want to do that? Because it's our business, it's our life, it's our privacy. And if I want to do a transaction in a way that the bank doesn't know about it, it's my business. Of course, if the bank is the bank's business to try to control what I do with my money. They have shown that for many years. So now that technology has grown so tremendously, they have found the opportunity to take total control of the population with the central bank digital coins, which are digital programmable money that they can totally control. And if we don't agree of what the government is saying or the banks are proposing, then they could lock our account and then we don't have use of money. But that's in the case that they completely eliminate cash, which they could, or that the complete population, that the totality of the population embrace the central bank digital coin. So let me tell you that we should resist that, because it is dangerous to our privacy, to our freedom. And they are making a lot of noise. They are making look the decentralized digital coins as something that we shouldn't be doing, that we shouldn't be engaging in because they want us to use their coin, their programmable coin. And there's been a lot of work on what they're trying to do, because in December 15, there was a communication from the Federal Reserve where they were talking about the work that they were doing with the central bank digital coin. And more recently, the Bank of England, about 6 or 7 days, they put out a paper where they talk about their progress on the implementation of the central bank digital coin, that they say it could happen in the second half of this decade. And I laughed when I was reading it, because the author was saying that we shouldn't engage with the decentralized digital coins because they are backed by nothing. So I have this question. Please let me know what currency is backed by something. Is the dollar backed by something? The yen, the pound, the yuan, the lira, the franc? No currencies in the world are backed by anything. They are controlled by the central banks, and they put their full credit of their country, but that full credit of their country is actually enforced by the guns, by the weapons that the governments have, because they are not good stewards of the money. You can see how crazy they are printing money. And when they print money, they hurt the population, because the purchase power of the population dilutes. So we lose when they print money. And they want to be in control. That's why they want to eliminate cash. And they don't want us to deal with the centralized digital coins, because they want to be the only source of money. The central bank digital coin, a programmable type of money where they have total control. So unless you want to be a very easy subject and follow every direction from your government, like put on a vaccine, put on a mask, don't leave your house, don't use cash, don't talk against the government policies. If you want to be that type of person, then go ahead and embrace the central bank digital coin, because that's what you're going to have to do all the time if you don't want to be without any money. So let's resist the central bank digital coin. Let's embrace the decentralized digital coins. Now, I am a big proponent of gold and silver. I think they are still money. I think they've been money for thousands of years. But if we compare gold and silver with digital coins, I don't think I would have said what I'm saying now 10 years ago, because I was a totally committed gold and silver proponent. But the problem is, with gold and silver, it's a little more difficult to transact across the state lines and across countries than with digital coins. So that's why I'm making the case for digital coins. Now, if we can get back to the dollar backed by gold and silver, then that could be the currency, the money that we should keep using, because then we can use dollars across the state, international, with no problem. But we have seen the abuse that the Federal Reserve and governments do to the dollar. And yes, gold backing the dollar will put a restriction on their abuse. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't believe that's going to happen, especially now that digital coins have been embraced for a good amount of people. So what I'm telling you, keep gold, keep silver. Is still something that everybody in the world considers very valuable, and it will probably exchange with you at a local level. But for international trading, for across straight lines trading, we need decentralized digital coins, and that will help us resist the central bank digital coin. So if you want to talk about this, if you want to chat with me about this issue, please contact me at jorgeeherrera.com, and well, we talk about it. We discuss about decentralized digital coins. I've been involved in that environment for a year and a half, a little more than a year and a half already, and I have had some little experiences, not too good, but also a very good experience that I can share with you. And you see my background, I'm a big proponent of the infinite banking concept because it gives us control and privacy. So we can talk about that too. So contact me at jorgeeherrera.com and we'll talk. See you next time.